Chris Dwyer. This is about the nervous system, and this has been repeatedly happened over the last at least a year. And this morning I did body squats, and I had done body squats for almost a year, and I've been wanting to get in the gym and do squats, and I did 30 this morning, and I walk 5 to 7 miles a day. Sometimes a hell of a lot more than that, and I walk fast, and I just love to walk like Jason Bourne, and it's fun. I enjoy it, and I really do. For some reason, it's just, looking up trees and stuff. But my body, I've only walked about 3 miles this morning. This is about your nervous system. This is what PTSD does to your nervous system. It's so different. It's only been, it's like 11:15. It was like, I think it was about 9 o'clock. And my lower body's is tired. It's really tired. I did 30, that's it. And I do this, that's pretty bad. I do this all the time. I do this all it's pretty bad. That's how, I do this all the freaking time. And that's how I'm trying to get better at it. This is great stuff. And that's literally how much what happens to your nervous system. And like literally, I just now I started working out again. I've had to back off 6 or 7 times with weights, and I think that's, I'm not going to speak for him. I can't really speak for him, and don't quote me on it, but I really think that's Tiger Woods' problem. He's lifting too heavy, and I've been nothing but lifting a 6-pound dumbbell. It was like $4.99 at the Dollar Tree at the Goodwill, and then a 10-pound kellbell. Last time I actually lifted anything heavy was over 2 months ago. Anything heavier than a 6 pound and 10 pounds. That's it. And my biceps are bigger than they've ever been in my life. And you can look at ChatGPT for PTSD.com and see my calf muscles. And I don't have any chicken limbs. I've always wanted a decent set of calves. And I've done nothing besides stretch. I've done any calf raises in over years. And, but I can't wait to get back into the gym. It's a great way to feel confident. And I enjoy lifting weights. But I'll never go back to lifting heavy again, I don't think, like consistently. I don't think you need to. I really do. I think it's about biomechanics, like Bruce Lee. He was strong as shit. He could knock a 300-pound guy off with one arm. He weighed 100. He didn't weigh any more than 145 pounds. He was obsessed with biomechanics, and I've been doing just a lot of biomechanical. I think in part some of the strength training as well. Certainly, probably in high schools, and certainly when people are having a ton of anxiety, I think they need to back off on it. They need to do slow, just real calculated stuff, and just do mid stuff, and I've been doing that with a 6-pound weight and just doing all different types of angles. And I'm going to do some exercise videos on that shortly, hopefully in the next several weeks, and put them up. I really think there's something that needs to change in what we're doing to our bodies. Certainly everybody has so much anxiety and stuff, and PTSD is tension. And I was talking to a guy this morning about it. Guy was a bike rider, and we were talking about the World Cup and stuff. And I was like, I can't wait to get down there and be like Jason Bourne, because I do martial arts and like weave in and out of people and stuff. And we were talking about Lance Armstrong, and he completely agreed. He's like, dude, they're breaking records right now, in cycling. You're telling me they're not still taking performance-enhancing drugs? So, to me, it was level playing field anyway. But Lance, he was doing the same thing everybody else was doing, and I'm not advocating for PEDs or and whatnot. But the guy had trauma, And I don't think there's no doubt that it can rebuild your body. There's been so many people over the years that have come back from it, and it can rebuild you stronger. And that's part of what I want to raise awareness for. Is I think the narrative needs to change. As we need to encourage people and have some of these amazing stories. And AI doesn't really say it yet, but it doesn't say that there's any scientific proof. And cellular, whatever, they're not going to feed that thing any information in there, probably that's just going to filter it out, that there's no scientific proof. But my neurologist said and confirmed to me August 20th, I believe it was August 20th last year, 2015, when I called him 2 days before my sister's death. And I told him, literally, I said, you can see my legs, dude. All I've done is walk. Yeah, all I've done is stretch and walk. I have done no weight training, and my calves are significantly bigger. And I've always wanted a big set of calves. And I'm sure Carolyn was a proponent of it up there, talking to Jesus Christ and God, or God. So give Bonnie some calves. Thank you, Caroline, and Julie, Mom. But seriously, I mean, it's really the truth. The body preserves resources to protect the body, but there are MRI studies out there that are much better than they've ever been, and obviously he's seen cellular activity that proves the case, because he said the evidence says that what in fact I said is correct. That when I told him, I said I'm pushing photographic memory, and at times, and I said my calves are significantly bigger. I said I've worked out for 7 years in my 20s. I never could get I quit getting my calves to grow after about 2 years probably. Never could get them to grow. But obviously stretching does give it a better range, but still, your calves do not grow like that, and they're significantly better. And you can see it on ChatGPT for PTSD. So I really truly believe that we need to be telling people that they have it anyway. It's like, my sister, she's not coming back from heaven. I need to take what she taught me and to be myself. And my sister was my biggest fan. So, that became my number one source driver in life, and to get through this, and to be completely myself and authentic, but to rebuild myself. And it takes a tremendous lot to change, but and then I'm so glad that I did. I've never felt better in my life. And the sky's the limit. I just had to give myself time. And but it's really the truth. I mean, the body, and that's what PTSD is. You need to back off. You need to give the body probably a good bit more rest, and I've done that continually, especially in 2026. I've really given my body the rest that it's needed to rebuild itself. And again, the body PTSD causes so much tension in the body, and it sucks because it's it's about the nervous system, and it's about flow, and you learn that. But then, it's just you psychologically, you get into certain states with triggers, and it shuts your body. It shuts different. There's scientific evidence that it actually shuts down different regions of the body. Of the brain. I'm not sure what part of the brain it scientifically does. I don't know if it's the prefrontal cortex or the amygdala or whatever. I don't know if I need to figure out how to say that word. But to me, that's evidence that actually literally shuts it down. Kind of I think maybe your point of reasoning that what causes hypervigilance. I believe it's that's the problem with PTSD, and that's the problem with if you do in fact. That's why I'm wearing this finally. I just $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And when I twisted my arm, and thank God it's really getting there. And I bought one 3 days ago. It was really good again. But also, I would absolutely advocate for taking creatine. Number one, take creatine. Creatine definitely, you need it. It's cellular wise for cell synthesis and whatnot is really important to have that. I would take creatine, and then I would also, because it gets more water in there too. We are water. And then I would also absolutely take Advil. It's not gonna hurt you. And you may be, in fact, your body may be inflamed, and everybody knows that it's an anti-inflammatory, Advil or ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever, not PM, but well, I probably PM too, but I would absolutely take that. And it seems like lately I've been more consistent about taking Advil.